Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Zen in the Void. This is gonna be like a quick do my makeup with me like slash rant, because I feel like there's something on my heart that I really need to like share with people. I rarely, like, I'm starting to feel that way more in life, but I've never been like that kind of person to really feel that, but I am lately. So let's just get right into it. It's on the topic of relationships. So I'm just gonna kind of do my makeup for readings. This is like a pre-reading chit chat. And it's about relationships, and I think it's worth expressing. So anyways, guys, like, I've been sitting here for the past like week or so when the Lionsgate portal energies kind of came through. I started getting a lot deeper of a connection with my spirit guides. They had like messages for me, right? I give you guys messages. I'm always that's my work, like to kind of like help other people and be an intuitive life coach and guide and medium to get messages through the spiritual realm and, you know, higher realms, right? So for me, what's been coming up for me is like becoming new, right? Becoming a brand new person and making very adult decisions. And just kind of going through a lot of anxiety. And I feel like I was watching Leah B. Shout out to Leah B. Leah B. If you guys don't know her, that's Tabitha Brown's daughter. I think she's super inspiring and amazing. And I just want to give a shout out to her. She's so dope. But she inspired me to kind of speak more on my insecurities, because too often we get caught up in like the glitz and glam of life and being right and being cute and, you know, being agreeable, whatever. But I felt like I need to share my feelings, my insecurities about things that I go through, right? So with relationships, it gives me a lot of anxiety when it comes to choosing people for my life. And that's just kind of where I am at the moment. Like, to make a long story short, I have a lot of people seriously coming to me for like to date, and like it's that kind of big dating. Like, I'm about to be 25 and like that's not old, like it's still your 20s, so I don't want to make it seem like it's old because it's not, but people make it seem like that, honey. But anyway, honey, people are dating for different reasons when you're like a little further in your 20s, and people want to kind of find somebody to like enjoy their time with, maybe build a friendship, like. But we all both know, like, we're looking kind of for a partner to date. And this is where it gets complicated, and this is where I feel like I needed to share, right? So with that being said, like, I look at it like I get super anxious because these are big decisions you're having to make. Because I look at it like this, and people can disagree with me. I don't care. Like, we don't all have to agree with each other all the time. But I know somebody who's going to relate, you know, there's someone out there who relates. And even if it's just one person, I think it's worth sharing. But sorry, I'm feeling so like ready to say this because it's so important for me. But I'm just gonna put on this blush. I love this color, fire. Okay, that's not what we're here for. Anyways, so I look at it like this, right? It's not just dating like back in the day where you kind of like have fun, you kick it. It could be that you might find a person and y'all just click right off the bat. Y'all spend a little time together. Y'all just having fun. Y'all just in the moment. It doesn't last very long, but maybe you got like a long-term friend to like check in with. You know, every relationship is different. Every relationship type is different, right? So what I'm saying is at this age, when we're trying to, you know, find our place in the world, and even it being 2020, the world is like changing. The world is not the same as we know it, and it will never be, right? So I look at it like this, and I just had a meeting with like my group. I have a group that I meet with once a month, but we were talking about this, and basically my thing is, right, where the anxiety comes into play, we're not like, time is a currency, right? Time is not a real thing. It's not linear. But if we're speaking just like in general terms, or in general speaking, time is a currency on this plane, right? Time, energy, attention, all that shit, right? So it's not the same to just like date a person, hang out, have fun. No, it's not the same anymore. It's not like back in the day where, you know, you just do that. Like, you're older, you have like lots of responsibilities, and you're spending your time with people, and it's like, I just need to say it. But you're spending time with people, and I don't know how this sounds to people, and I don't really care, but like, you just can't be giving all your time to people. Like, you can't just hang out with people all willy-nilly. Like, for me especially, I feel very vulnerable becoming a rebirth person, like going through different rebirths and going through my spiritual journey. I feel very vulnerable sometimes. Not that I'm weak, because I can protect myself. Don't get it twisted for the creeps out there who think they can come through and, you know, be weird and shit. But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is me being vulnerable and me having so much power to make so much change and just make my life exactly what I want it to be, like that heaven. Like, okay, you go through trials and errors and, like, you know, but it's hard to understand. I feel like somebody out there is going to get what I'm saying and where I'm at with it. But, like, once you get to a certain level on your healing journey or your spiritual journey, you're like, okay, you're going through all these different rites of passage. You have the rites of passage to have knowledge, right? To have knowledge, to have wisdom, and with knowledge and wisdom, that's power, and responsibility comes with that. Just stay with me, right? There's a lot of changes going on. I just saw 555, but like I'm saying, like, that's a big commitment to choose friends and choose partners. Like, people want you to spend all your time with them, and there's this, like, anytime I feel like this unsaid, like, pressure, or I'm like developing these expectations, like, I slow myself down, I stop myself. I think that's a really important thing to do, because we're healed, yes, but sometimes, like, when we're still fresh in that, like, fool's journey where we just started this new journey or this new thing where we're doing better, right? Sometimes we get tempted to just, like, do some shit that throws us off, and that's not really healthy. Like, you know, outside of the spiritual journey, like, it's just a big, at a certain age, shit, at any age, but especially when you get a certain age, like, it's more of a risk to, like, pick a partner and pick friends, because you don't know, you know, I don't know. I'm a kind of person where I'll get myself out of anything if I feel like it's, like, going in a direction that I don't really like. Like, I'll get myself out of it with no problem. Like, I've mastered that skill. It might be kind of rough. It might be abrupt. But I do what needs to be done if I see something is going awry. Or if me and another person or people get on two different pages, like, I'll slow myself down and chill the fuck out. But my spirit guides have been so helpful. Two of my main spirit guides are matriarchs in my family. One being my mom, the other one being my aunt. I love them so much. They give me so much direction and so much protection, and just, oh, they're amazing from the spiritual realm. These are my guides. Like, they tell me these things. They remind me of these things. Like, look, you know, slow, you know, think about it, or, you know, whatever. But I'm just saying they're helpful. And when it comes to choosing people, because, like, what they're really good at is just showing me red flags that I'm not seeing, or, like, reminding me of something that I need to do. And I find that type of support is very important. But like I was saying, you just can't be choosing anybody willy-nilly, because you talking to them, you texting them, you giving them some of your time. You're setting up times to, like, hang out and spend time with them. You don't want to just do that with any person going forward. The more you heal yourself, the more you make boundaries in your life. Like, you can't just be picking anybody. So, you know, I guess, like, even though I get anxious, I suggest to others, like, you know, worrying isn't going to make it any better. It's just that I'm a Virgo, so I have a little bit more worry and anxiety than, like, the next person maybe. But, like, I just wanted to speak on that, you know, like, so many times we're sharing energy with people, space and time, and, like, spending a currency. Some people don't even realize that their time is a currency, and they're spending it and allowing others to use it up and then spend it as well. But they're not understanding what comes with that, because that's a certain wisdom. That's a certain knowing and knowledge that you had to earn through life, or your ancestors or guides gave you because it was time for you to have it, right? So that's a responsibility. It's like you have to take responsibility from what comes out of that. And that's how you kind of learn just how to be a more stable person, a more secure person. So I just wanted to speak on that, you know, nothing too deep. I just wanted to kind of, I guess, like, open people's eyes a little bit more to who they're spending time with. What are they spending time with? You know, what are they spending time doing? And for people to just understand me as a person a little better, a quick video to say, you know, I move a certain way. I have very high standards for the kind of people I want around me. That doesn't mean people with a lot of money are always busy or doing, like, big shit. Like, I find people, it's so odd how different people can bring you things that you never expect. Like there could be a person, there's so many different forms of currency out there. There's people you can meet who are like heavy on faith. They have a lot of faith. You keep that person around because they're so faithful. They remind you to be faithful. People who are very determined, they're very diligent. That's a resource. Like be around people who just have things that make you feel good. So that's kind of what I'm on. So if you make me feel good with something that you have inside of you, or you're showing me a reflection of something that I deem important, you know, there's many different reasons we spend amounts of time with people, but I guess I just wanted to share mine, and just kind of like just challenge you all to like think a little further about friends and relationships, because it matters, honey. You don't want to just be giving yourself to anybody and giving out all your good stuff, you know, to anybody. And that just doesn't mean sexually. That means like all together. You're very valuable. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I'm done with my makeup. I'm doing a very like natural look today for my videos. Like my girl Bailey says, make good choices. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.